Hey guys, what's up? It's Brutal Creation, and I know it's been about 2 weeks since I've done my last commentary. Just been playing a lot of video games, real busy, helping friends out, meet people and stuff. Besides that, I guess like the biggest thing going on right now is with Alki David or something, and something kind of bothered me about that. And even though it was a prank, supposedly about um, watching a guy commit suicide, it kind of, threw me back in the day. I'm older. I'm 33, and yeah, I was in a very bad part of my life, and I did try to commit suicide, and it wasn't nothing funny about that. And I think that's why it bothered me to hear that he would pay to see somebody, kill themselves. And, media is going to want to see that, or the community of anything, but it bothered me. And I guess I'm going to talk about what happened with me. And and I don't condone, committing suicide or anything like that, but I do understand from, a person that experienced such a severe depression in my life, that it brung me to that, because I couldn't understand what was going on with me, because I just could not for the life of me get out of my depression. Um, what had happened, I explained that people kind of know I've been to prison and stuff, and I was married at a very young age, and I loved my wife at the time, and I'd been with her for 7 years, and after a certain incident, and I just felt betrayed by her, and we'd been through so much together, and I felt betrayed by her, and to do something like that would cause me to go to jail was just heartbreaking. And she grew up in a violent home, and that kind of bled over into our relationship, and that was part of the reason why I had left, because I didn't like the violence. I didn't want to, I didn't want it to escalate, and she would bring that in, and yeah, my wife used to hit me and shit like that, and it was really bad, but I loved her, and I thought she would change, but it didn't happen. And so what had happened, I went to jail because she had told the police that I beat the hell out of her, and in which case, actually, they dropped the case because I had to do time just for the domestic violence, but it was a complete lie, and she didn't show up at for the thing, and didn't press charges. After all, it was just the cops that had pressed charges, and people get messed over about for that stuff. And so when I had actually got out of jail, because I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, she asked me, you want to come live with me? And I said, yeah, because I was living with my wife at the time, and I was done with it. I was done to the point that I had to leave, because I knew it wasn't going to get any better. And so after leaving my wife and telling her that, I just can't do this anymore, that I don't want this, it broke my heart to tell somebody that I had, literally slept on the streets with, because nobody would help us out. It was really bad times when I was growing up, and we stuck by each other even in our rough times. We were both there for each other, and I just guess we weren't, made for each other, and so I left her, and I had fallen into this really, really bad depression where I started drinking and stuff, and it was really bad. I got into alcohol really bad, and I was so depressed at the time that I couldn't even think straight. I wasn't acting like a normal person, and I couldn't understand. It might have stemmed from something in my youth, when my father died, and I didn't know how to cope with this kind of I wouldn't say traumatic, but loss of somebody that you love. It might have branched off into that, and I began, drinking a lot, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And one night I had gotten into an argument with my mom, because I was living with her, and I was just fucking drunk, and she had said something to me and accused me of something, and it pissed me off again, and it just, I don't know what happened. I snapped, and I used to work for a grocery store at the time, and I used to have these what do you call it, a box cutter and these blades and stuff, and I said, fuck it, if I can't, I felt like I couldn't be happy. I was like, fuck it, if I can't be happy, I don't want to fucking live, and I had been thinking about doing something, but never had the balls to do it, and wouldn't call it balls, but it's actually, suicide's stupid, because things are never gonna be as bad as you really think they are. But at the time, I think I was just confused and didn't know what to do and didn't have anybody to talk to anymore. And I had went out in front of the apartment complex, and I had my mom was following me out, and I was just like, whatever, I can't fucking take it. And the next thing you know, I slashed my wrists, and I just remember just seeing my wrist just open up, like it was weird. And I couldn't, I was like, I don't want to live, and blood is squirting everywhere, and blah blah blah. And then I was like, I'm gonna cut my neck, because I wasn't dying fast enough at the time, I guess. And then I didn't do that. My mom slammed the door, and she didn't want to see it, which she told me later on. And I said, fuck it. And we lived next to this really busy road, so I ran out into the street, hoping to get hit by a car. And I guess I was drinking at the time too. And then I ran on the street, and this car it literally almost hit me. It hit my pant legs. That's how close it got. And the guy got out of the car and comes running up to me. He's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm trying to fucking kill myself. I can't take it. And this guy goes, oh my God, I just fucking got back from shopping for sheets. And he runs to his car and grabs these sheets. And it was just weird. I guess I was meant to not fucking die that night, And he runs the car and comes back with his brand new linens and wraps them around my thing, and he drives 80 miles an hour down the road to the fucking hospital. And sure enough, I get in the hospital, and they hold me down because I'm all acting crazy and stuff. And next thing I know, they put a shot in me, and I knocked out. And next thing I know, I woke up next day in the hospital with my arm all bandaged up. And then that was a rough time in my life. And I know it's kind of a serious issue, but no matter how bad things are going for you, it can never be bad enough to commit suicide. And so, what, just think about it. The only thing I could say is, if you're having a bad day or you're going through some shit, don't fucking do it. Because you know what? Even though I went to prison and I fucking did my thing, I totally changed my life around. And I fucking learned from that experience. And, I learned from my experience down the motorcycle going by. Don't think it's never going to get better, because it is. It might be hard as hell, whatever you're going through at that time, but just fucking stick it out, and it's never as bad as it seems. Also, that's my standpoint on suicide. I'm never gonna do that again, and it was fucking stupid of me, and I never should have done that. But that was the weird thing about depression, was being like that. And I'm glad that I didn't fucking die that night, because now I got a great woman, I get to play video games, I got a car, and just got my new commercial license, waiting to get that job and stuff, and things are gonna work out, and one thing I always think about is that no matter how bad my day is going, there's somebody else's day out there that is worse than mine. So I gotta be thankful for that I'm doing all right now. And I hope that everyone can just, stick it through and, enjoy the little things and not see how bad things are. It's all about your perception on things. And it's kind of a long commentary, kind of a dark issue, but I'd like to thank you for listening. Maybe I can elaborate more on it another time or something like that. But yeah, I would like to say everybody have a great day, and keep your head up when things are down, because it's really not that bad after all. And I wish you a good day. And I think I went 59 and like 13, 14 on this map, running around with my jogger class with the Mac 11. So hope you enjoyed this. If you learned something from it, I'm glad I got through to one person. So I wish you a good day. Bye.
That's how it's done. Nice job, team.